Hello everybody. So I'm just going to cut to the chase. We're going to talk about how to beat this heat. I know there's a lot of places in Texas and all over the country that are having this massive heat wave. It's just been so hot. Last week we got to 107. And so far what I'm doing is working, and it's really, really simple. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mulch like there's no tomorrow. Mulch the crap out of your plants. This is probably about 3 inches of mulch right here. I suggest 5 to 6 inches. And I've got that on some of my plants. Like this one is probably more. I've got this set aside because I planted something there. But this is probably about 4 inches of mulch. Over here it's like a little bit thicker. So yeah, that's the first thing. Mulch the crap out of your plants. You can use leaves, old dry leaves. You can use grass clippings. You can use straw. You can use hay. Tractor Supply Tractor Supply sells these pine shavings, and I love them. But go with the free options if you must. Go with that first, honestly. I had some laying around and I wanted to use it. So, shredded newspaper, or you can tear the newspaper up. Shredded cardboard, or just tear it up. Wood chips, paper bags torn up. There's so many options, so many free options as well. So just mulch the crap out of everything. So when it is 95 degrees plus, it's really a good idea to have some shade cloth. And this is what this is. I'll link it down below. It's fairly economical. It's not too bad in price. It's $20 for a 6. This is 6 feet by 12 feet. So it covers a large area. And like I said, 95 degrees plus, you really kind of need something. Otherwise, on plants like your tomato plants, your blooms will start to fall off, which I don't have an example of that because it hasn't happened because I'm using shade cloth. This is a San Marzano tomato plant, and it has seen the 107 day that we had the other day. It saw that. Okay, but I had the shade cloth over it, so it's doing just fine. And it even started setting fruit that day. Or shortly after it's setting fruit. So shade cloth. This is a 40% shade cloth, which means it lets in 60% of the light. This is really important. This little guy right here was a seedling, and it was exposed to that heat. If it was a bigger plant, it probably would have done a little bit better, but this is just an example of what will happen in this type of heat with your seedlings or your plants, because this could very well happen to your plants. I am going to take this plant out and replace it. So the shade cloth mixed with the shade cloth mixed with mulching has been working very, very well for me, and a lot of my plants right now are in containers. So I do want to talk about watering for just a second. In these really, really hot days, you might need to water twice a day. I have not been. With this, with a really thick layer of mulch and the shade cloth, I really have not had to water twice a day. I have a few times just for good measure, but when I felt the soil, like, it really kind of didn't need it. So this method is also going to save you a ton of water. If you have a large garden, mulching is very, very important. I will link the shade cloth down below. I don't have it hung up the most graceful or pretty, but I just threw it up there for now, and it has been working. I will link it down below. Please like, subscribe, and share with me what you're doing to beat this heat. Thanks, guys.